Hello guys, I want to share something that happened to me a few days ago. My name is Ebanga Iben. I was interviewing for a senior DevOps engineer a couple of weeks ago, and I've interviewed two rounds. I did one technical round already with the VP, and I did another technical round with another engineer. So they deemed me fit to move me to the third round. So on that day of the interview, I was supposed to meet the CEO. And when I joined the interview, I joined a little bit early, like 5 minutes to the interview. I sat there for another 15 minutes. And then I realized nobody's joining. So I sent an email to the staffing company who are trying to outsource me to the end client. I asked them if we are still gonna have the interview because the interview is not here yet. So he said, hold on a moment. So few minutes later, the interviewer joined, who is the CEO of the company that I was interviewing, and I was expecting him to say, sorry for keeping you, or I can see you've been here, it slipped off my mind, something like that. He just said, oh, you're here. It's one of those days. So I let him know I've been here for like 15 minutes. He said it's one of those days. What do you mean by it's one of those days? Didn't you know you're supposed to interview someone? What do you mean by it's one of those days? So then he went further to say, oh, by the way, we don't accept candidates from this staffing agency, but because your profile is so nice, I decided to come in and talk to you. I'm like, okay, I was just taking note. So from that moment, I knew I'm not gonna work with this person. That is how you spot red flag. In as much as you are interviewing for a role, you should have the ability to decide if you want to interview with that, you want to work with the company or not, because those are red flags. If he can keep you for 10 to 20, 30 minutes, and when he came in, he didn't see the need to say, oh, sorry for keeping you, something came up, you know, that's how we do things. Okay, as we go into the interview, he said he was trying everything possible to disqualify me for the role. Bet you I've done 2 rounds already, like 1 hour each. I've done 2 rounds already. That was a third round. I'm meeting the end client. He is the end client. Okay, and he said, do you know this role is on site? They didn't tell me it's on site, but I didn't say anything. I just said, yes, I know it's on site. Do you know you have to be coming in? We're looking for somebody who will be coming in person. And like I said, yes. Besides, that role is remote. So he was looking for every possible means to say, every denominator to say, this girl is not qualified. I said, yes, I'm ready to come outside. And then he went ahead to say, do you know this role is only for citizens? I'm like, yes, I'm a citizen. Do you know this role is for those who are in New York? I'm like, yes, I live in New York. Boy, I think he was just looking for every possible means to disqualify me. So since he was already late 15 minutes to the interview, we could interview only for 10 to 15 minutes, and he went ahead and said, do you have any question for me? After like 1 or 2 questions, I answered the question correctly, but from the way he sounded from the beginning of the interview, I knew I'm not gonna work with him. So when he asked me, do you have an interview for me? I said, no, sorry, question for me. I said, no, I don't have any question for you. So we just talked, and when he insisted, I asked him a question. Then we went our separate way. Immediately, I sent an email to the staffing company, letting them know I'm withdrawing my candidacy. That after the interview with the CEO, I've just realized that that role is not a good fit for me. So what lesson learned, what I want to say is, in as much as you're interviewing, be vigilant. Look after yourself. There are some red flags you identify from the beginning of the interview. You know that boss will make your life a living hell. Girl, you want to run, like run, okay? See you guys next time. Bye.